is the beginning of another weekend, another Saturday, and another Manchester United loss. Welcome to the breakdown, and we are going to break it down. Good day and welcome to the breakdown on the United Hour. It is me, President Chad, and I am joined today by the man Devin and by Raul. How are you gentlemen doing this morning?
Not good.
Glad I went and put in my miles.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Mark Lewis is on the inside and he says it's done breakdown already. Yeah, it's true, it's true, it's true. It's already breakdown. I don't know, but I came out of this game with a lot more seeing a lot more positive than negatives in Manchester United's game for a while. I don't know what you all think. You know, ultimately the result was horrible. I mean, Devin called a loss today. I think it was a 1-0 loss. It ended up being 3-1.
I said it was either 3-1 or 3-2. I said, but
Yes, right. So you were definitely on the ball. Good morning to Alex. So but the performance for me was much better. United showed some fight. We hit the post twice. We got some really good saves out of the goalkeeper. When you look at our stats in terms of shots, in terms of shots on target, it has been definitely better than it was the last 2-3 games. So I saw a lot of positives. But ultimately, we are results-driven business, and Manchester United lost today. So let's start off with the lineup. Let's start off with the lineup. So this morning, we about 6:30, the lineup came out, and it was David De Gea in goal, Telles and Low, Varane, and Lindelof. No Harry Maguire. I know that alone had a lot of United supporters hyped. We had McTominay and Matic trying to add some solidity into that defense. Seeing that now just sounds so comical, trying to add solidity into United's defense. And then in front of them, we had Elanga, Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, and Cristiano Ronaldo on top. When you all saw that lineup, what were your thoughts?
for me, I was like, all right, well, it's pretty much as strong as they can play right now. I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted to see Hannibal back in the. Hannibal was not in the squad at all, which kind of stunned me. I know I did predict him actually starting this match, and I said, you know what, this is what Ralph thinks is going to beat them. So let's go for it, and that was pretty much how I thought.
What about you, Raul?
I'm drinking water and minding my business.
You saw the lineup and
I
you were
didn't.
drinking
I
water
didn't
and
see it.
minding your
Hold on.
business.
Let me just put it this way. I saw the lineup on the field. At 6:30, I was somewhere between Shagaramas and St. James cycling back home. So I came home. I got home at about quarter past. About quarter past, it was just like get in, shower quick, get food, sit down to watch a game. But before I could even get into the game, phone is going off. 3 minutes goal. It's like, so when I looked at the squad, I said, "But this squad's supposed to do a lot better than this." But then when I see the replay, I'm like, "What the whole actual father friggin' foul foot?"
You could say that again.
No,
I wanna run through some comments because we're not gonna have as much time today. We want to shut down by 10 o'clock before the other game. So let me run through some comments quickly, and then we're gonna jump back into the action in terms of what went on with the game. Big Phil is shouting out Raul this morning. Alex is saying that the penalty should have made it 2-2. You could say that again. Good morning to Jared. Garrett, sorry. And he asked what's happening with Cavani. Cavani and Pogba are in the spa waiting for the end of the season. That is what is going on with Cavani and Pogba right now.
Yeah.
And David Gittin says the season is over. Europa next season. Boy, I don't
even think we make Europe right now, to be
or if
very
it's
honest.
conference league, or if it's any Europe at all. You know what I mean? I really we don't deserve European football, right?
Right.
So in the second minute,
I want to dance a big show.
Varane, Lindelof, and Telles channeled their inner Harry Maguire. You know, they were like, yeah, you know, let's just show you what we're missing with Harry Maguire on the bench. 2 kung fu kicks that missed the ball completely, totally failed to pick up Xhaka on one side and the man running in on the near post. And before we know it, 1-0 down. I just have one question to ask. Simple yes or no. After that goal, what was your feeling, Devin? Did you think we were going to have a chance to get back in the game?
No.
Raul?
I said it was early, and I'm the fervor optimist. So I was like, okay, let's see if the side will settle down and start a play. And which they did. So I saw we had a chance at least, I wouldn't say win, but at least come out with a point from the game.
All right. So, I mean, United had some chances. I mean, we had Delo taking a wonderful shot on the top of the box and coming off the post. You know, we were playing. The game was even. It wasn't like Arsenal was dominating the play. And in the 22nd minute, who was it? It was Sancho. Jadon Sancho was running down the wing.
Oh my
cutting
God.
into the box. And a player fell.
Cedric
fell. The ball hit his hand. Actually, in the replay, it looks like he was looking down this way at the ball. And he put his hand to prevent the ball from beating him because he would have been on the ground and Sancho would have been free reign in the box. And the referee waved it off. I could understand it if it happened too fast.
Did not even go to the VAR. Did not stop to review.
Nothing. Let's say the right thing. The referee don't go to VAR. VAR checks things regardless. The referee waved it off. VAR checked it and said no penalty. Now I just have one question, one statement to make. I want to ask you all a question. Both of you all have played football, right? And right now, you, Devin, you play football semi-professionally in the US. So I want to ask you all a question. If when you have a ball, a man falling on a ball and he hands the ball in the middle of the pitch, is that a handball and is that a foul? Does the referee blow for that in the middle of the pitch?
He does.
Regardless, right? It don't matter.
Regardless.
The ball, you fall on the ball and the ball hit your hand, immediate foul. Correct?
Correct.
So how is it outside of the penalty box? Let's assume that Cedric did not do it intentionally, right? But outside of the penalty box, immediate foul. It's not even a question. Nobody do ask a question. Nobody do question that. Inside of the penalty box, VAR and the referee see the ball blatantly hit the man hand, taking the ball away from the offensive player. Nothing.
Can I just skip ahead just to compound that inconsistency in the calls? Look at the penalty that we got.
Chad
Similar situation.
I guess we're gonna get to that later on in the broadcast, but I will just say I 100% believe that was a makeup call, which I am completely against officials doing that because now you're compounding a situation and making it even worse. But getting back to this original non-call, which still baffles me. I am trying to figure out in my mind, like, what the ref was thinking, why that was not called. because in my mind, yes, it was a handball. It does not. It was clear. It was clear as day that the ball hit the man's hand when he was on the ground. Everybody saw that.
Taking the ball away from the attacking player. Didn't just hit his hand.
And
The
and
attacking
and,
player
and on
was
top
moving
and on top of that,
forward with the ball.
on top of that, it was a goal scoring opportunity. So I have like, I just don't understand how it did not even go to review.
As
That
I told Devin, as I told him in one of the chat groups in Must, somebody was talking about it. I said no. I said, let me tell you something. So somebody tells me to relax. And I'm like, no, I said, I am relaxed. I said, but BS is BS. You call BS when you see it. So based on that, as well as the second non-call, which I find should have been a call, because that arm on the shoulder around Ilanga threw him off balance to make him fall. How could you not give that? And then,
Well,
but then
the
the
commentator made
anti-United commentator is stating it's not enough to bring him down. It's not enough contact.
actually
My goodness, the boy is running at tilt.
the
boy is running at
commentator,
tilt.
one of the commentators said something significant. He said if Anthony Langa fell and did not take the shot, he thinks he would have gotten that call. But because he went and he took the shot, it make it look like, well, okay, you missed, so you're looking for a call. But if he felt the hand on the shoulder, he knew, let's be real, after the hand was on the shoulder, he started to go down, right? If the commentator was saying, if he didn't take that shot, he thinks he would have gotten that call.
so
And it shouldn't be like that. A foul should be a
what
foul regardless. But that is how it is in football.
so what I was hearing was that the reason why VAR didn't go to take a look at it for the Alanga one is because the foul, well, the contact initiated outside the box. And so
No, we're not talking about the second time. We're talking about he's talking about in the first half.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, that one, yeah, that one too. And then Arsenal goes on the other end and gets a penalty because Saka fell into was it?
Yeah, how could a man pelt his body into a defender and win a penalty? As I say,
So
it was just ridiculous.
it was poor refereeing, poor officiating, poor vying, because VAR, especially with that handball in the box on Cedric, I don't understand how VAR could miss that. I could understand maybe the referee blinked. To be honest, that's really stretching it for the referee, because if that exact same thing happened outside of the box, that same referee blinking would have called a foul and given Manchester United the ball.
But
If the same thing happens in the box, it should be a penalty. But let me just read this comment from Daryl. He said, "Morning, guys. I'm actually feeling better about the effort of the team, except for Tellers and Bruno's performance." I'll be honest with you. I came away from that game feeling good, because for the first time, and I do not know if it is because of the presence of Scott McTominay and the fight, but for the first time, I've seen Manchester United play football in the last 2 months, and I was like, yeah, we deserve. Let's be real. Ronaldo scored 2 hat-tricks, and we won against Spurs and we won against Norwich. But I didn't necessarily come out of those games thinking we deserve to win that game. Norwich in particular, right? Norwich really put the fight us. But today, I felt like, yeah, we should have gotten something from that game. Even if it was
we created a lot more opportunities. Agree, Devin?
We did create more opportunities. I think Dalot actually had a good game. He was very unlucky that he hit every single post he pretty much could hit. Ramsdale had a couple good saves on him. We put away those chances and we could have won this match. I think that this is probably the worst performance I've seen from Bruno Fernandes. And I think that was a key part because he wasted a lot of opportunities. And then, of course, I know we're probably going to get to the debate about why Bruno took that penalty over Ronaldo. But between that and I also believe that Bruno was lucky not to get sent off in that match. So, but I thought by far this is the worst performance I've seen from him. I don't understand what happened with Telles today because he looked like he's been learning positioning from Wan-Bissaka. And some of his last ditch attempts like that, those were like Maguire attempts as well. And so I just thought he had an off game, but I just thought that Bruno Fernandes being really wasteful was the reason why we lost this match today.
We don't sanction violence or the threat of violence against players and by extension their
The
families. And
families.
we understand that I definitely don't sanction that bomb threat to Bruno Fernandez that had the police coming into his home and searching for this bomb and disrupting his fiancée and his two children. That is a no-no. But our defenders today seem like they wanted to give a shout out to Harry Maguire. Everybody looked like we looked like we had 4 Harry Maguires on the pitch defending today. And let me tell you something, yeah. People could say what they want about Ralph Ragnick. This team has thrown Ralph Ragnick under the bus. Both of you all play football. Both of you all watch this game. Forget the outcome. When you look at the large screen and you look at the setup for the first goal, for the second goal, even for the third goal, we are compact in the middle. We have 3 men back, one of the men dropping back. We have 2 in front of them. Plus, we are in good position, yet we concede stupid goals. That tells me that individual defenders were doing crap, but the setup was good. I mean, what else? I surprised Ralph Ragnick hasn't been losing here. Because
I've seen a slight increase in the amount of gray.
When you set up the team and the team just continues to find ways to lose, it really is frustrating.
Well, the one thing that I do start to fault Ralph for a lot now is I thought this was a perfect opportunity for Bailly to come in. I don't know if his Instagram comment had something to do with him not playing today. But I really thought this was a perfect opportunity for Bailly to come in and make a point, especially to show the new manager coming in why he deserves to stay. But I do not blame him one bit now if he decides to want to leave. But for me, I just that still baffles me. Like, what does Bailly have to do to get on the pitch?
Well, I
of
hear
tickets.
that, but I'm not worried about Eric Bailly in the sense that I think Eric Bailly has the qualities that the new manager is looking for. And he is going to get, even if it's just in training, he's going to get, remember, the new manager is going to come in with new eyes. And Bailly's going to get his opportunity to impress. May not necessarily, I don't know if it'll be in games, but he will get his opportunity to impress. So Saka scored the penalty. And we ended off the half very strong. Tellez had a really good shot. Saved pushed onto the post by Ramsdale. I really thought that was goal. That was hit with power. It was goalward bound. It was definitely the best save of the game for me. Even though David De Gea made some decent saves as well. And we got a penalty. Again, a makeup call, but it don't matter. The ref was having such a bad game. We take that. And Bruno Fernandes took the ball. Now, I will be honest with you. I was glad when I saw Bruno Fernandes take the ball because I want to see more players stand up
And
instead of just playing to Cristiano Ronaldo. So when I saw him take up the ball, I was like, yeah, this is good because we know Bruno Fernandes is a good penalty kick taker. And then he walks up, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. He has 3/4 of the goal to hit. And he just hits the ball off the post.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
I mean, what is there to say about Bruno Fernandes and that miss?
It's his form is just very very off right now. And this is one of those times where it's like, yeah, you could be a designated penalty kick taker, things like that. But if you know that your form is not good and you're not playing well, give it to the man in form. You'll come and get your opportunity later on. It shows, okay, you're being a team player, and you go from there. But his form has been slowly declining. He's been rather wasteful lately. He's not being the same Bruno when he first came in and first came onto the scene. Like, I find that he's looking for a lot of these, like, the Paul Pogba hospital S passes where it's a long 30-yard ball where if it works out, it looks brilliant. There was even a point in like where I think he tried to send Elanga for one of those hospital balls. And you could see Ronaldo's reaction. Look at him like, what are you doing? Stop that. That's not what we need right now. So the man's out of form. You still step up to try to come up and take that. And then it felt like his run up. He tried to do a little bit more than what he normally does. It was a little hot penalty. Felt like he tried to slow it down, and he was overthinking it and put it wide. And of course, this is going to do nothing for his confidence now as well too. And it showed when he let his frustrations out when he stamped on Lenny, I think it was the Egyptian guy. So yeah, this is one of those where yes, hindsight now. We can look back and say, yeah, he shouldn't have taken it, but I think it was Ronaldo. Ronaldo was in the mood that day. Yeah, you're muted, Chad.
Oh, sorry. I said Devin, in case anybody just tuned in. Who are we talking about?
Talking about Bruno Fernandes.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It's like you know what the worst part about it is too for me. It's like it just seems like his form started going wasteful as soon as he signed the contract. So as soon as he got that big contract, all of a sudden the form is not the same as it was before.
Oh my gosh, Devin, you're taking us
Devin, so what you're saying is the physical form took away his playing form. Physical form?
Yeah, the monetary form. Yes, the monetary form. Yes, and it is so frustrating to watch, to see it, because we know there's a good player in there, but he looked like he was just trying to do his own thing, and he was not in sync with the team at all. And that's a trend. That how many players have we seen at Manchester United? They signed the big contract, and then all of a sudden the form starts going downhill.
Rashford, sorry.
Lingard.
Mm-hmm. Pogba.
Well, Pogba didn't sign an extension, I don't think.
No, but when he did it, just the
All
only
right,
person who signed a contract and his form has gotten better is David De Gea.
Well, even when he signed his, he had a little dip in form for a little bit.
He had stuff going on outside of the personal.
But he stepped up as of recent, has been phenomenal.
Correct.
So he's probably going to win Player of the Season this year for Manchester United for the fifth season. Like the goalkeeper winning it 5 times, like it tells you all.
Every time.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this for Phil. Yes, just to answer his Arsenal. Arsenal were doing Arsenal things, but now Arsenal are doing Arsenal things of 2004. So they're doing Arsenal things, and Manchester United are doing Manchester United things of 1986 to 1990. Just saying. As well, blame Fred because he injured.
So
we missed Fred.
Yeah. I think Fred McTominay would have definitely done us better than Matic. Even though Matic did set up Ronaldo with the assist. I mean, it was a really good, well-taken goal. I think we needed a little more quality into the box. We got a lot of crosses the second half. You know, Manchester United was in the ascendancy when Arsenal scored that third goal. And then Arteta just started bringing on defenders and took the game away from our hands. Guys, before we shut it down, I want to talk a little bit about who impressed you for Manchester United. Let me just start.
Yeah, so I would say that it's all right. So for me, it was McTominay. McTominay very much impressed me today. I thought that he was showing a lot of heart, and I know we had a big talk about the captaincy on Thursday's show. And to me, he was stepping up, and he was putting in a good performance. Mata came on kind of late, so I didn't really get too much of a look to see him. David De Gea was stepping up. He had a really good save. That I was just unlucky that and they scored the first goal. He made a really good save. It's just unfortunate that the guy was right there because we weren't tracking back with our defenders. Sancho, I know Sancho wasn't on the score sheet, but Sancho dribbling like he's looking like he's starting to look like he's finally
looking real sharp.
He's finding his feet, and it's only a matter of time once we start getting some more people besides Ronaldo on those finishing touches, he's gonna get a lot of assists too. But those were pretty much the ones that really stood out for me as impressive.
And what about you,
Dalo, just straight. Dalo, Sancho, De Gea, McTominay. One you did not call, who deserved a mention. Ronaldo's work rate today was pretty good. and his
His hold up play was
vision,
real good. It was real good.
and his vision looking for the players was really good as well. Give Ilanga some credit as well too. He did a lot of work. We had players who were playing. The team itself did not perform badly. Just the defense that just mucked up the whole thing.
Yeah,
It just those three.
it's channeling Harry
The
Maguire.
The only reason why I didn't mention Ronaldo in that is because that's what we expect from him all the time, especially someone at his level. But the one because you expect that from how much he's elevated his game. Yes, he had a good game today. He played his hold up play, distributing, looking for players off the ball and all that. But that's expected from him. If he doesn't do that, we're surprised. So that's not to say an insult to the man. That's just how well.
The reason why I mentioned it too is because we have seen countless times throughout the season where the team did not feed into him, and it's late where they're now realizing, but we shouldn't be bouncing this ball off this man all the time because he has that ability.
I think, to be honest, we also have to take into consideration that Ronaldo is playing. Not every game does Ronaldo play this team-oriented football. He had a good game today because it was team-oriented football. You know, the passes he gave were crisp. They were not just passes for a counter pass to set him up. They were passes that were setting other people up. So, you know, I understand why Devin would call out Ronaldo, because he did have a good game today from that perspective. So, guys, we're looking to shut it down. It is 1 minute to 10, and we have some other games coming up. So we want to check those out. All I have to say is Red Devils don't die, we multiply. And Ten Hag is coming. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, people.